And I'll just start it out because delay. And I like this game. Oh, that's controls. Okay, normal. Yes, I would like to do it again. Oh, and now
Proper story is supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky.
I was going to say, I'm on a new chair, so I probably need picks for wobbly. Stay. Stay. Okay.
He gets up, sets off for the bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as if pointing away. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling.
Aw. I have completed this game on New Plus. And got reported for hints. Ah! Still don't know if I'll get all the achievements. And do it after the stream.
He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. In the calamity.
Oh, I love this game and its music. Can't wait for my getting a new PC just to buy Hades. God knows when. But when I do. Oh, God.
That a survivor?
No.
No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Starts to feel his bruises, though.
Ah.
Kid just rages for a while. An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber.
They not talk a lot in this game.
worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around them. Must have fled here from the mines. He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. Rondi always wanted his ashes scattered here.
It's out, yes.
But just as he's getting a handle on it, the security takes him for a petty thief. Clang. Shield saves his hide. Windbags start turning up for last call. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Kid sees the way to the bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
Yes, I know where girl was healing up.
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow.
And you get another weapon. Just fight afterwards.
Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker. Once the fastest man in the land.
Ah. Dum, 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 dum.
Wasn't long before the kid could loose an arrow, strong and true. Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid.
Ah, shit. Ah.
Right back at you. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner.
Dum, 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 dum.
Finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man. The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job. some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn pins. That time you run out of black tonic. That one was Maud, the tutor. Once taught the kid good manners. He never used them, though.
Bum 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 bum. Jesus!
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The bastion's real close now.
I'm pressing Q, not Alt. Fuck's sake.
Takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air. Scumbags.
That's not back.
The kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. Rob's a scumbag of his last meal.
Nah.
Kid puts him out of his misery. He finds the core to the wharf district. He steals the city's heart. Might as well. Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall.
Ah.
Down he goes. Down toward the bastion. Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races.
Oh, I fell.
Did anybody else survive?
Who do I find?
Sure enough, he finds another.
He finds me.
He finds me. We talk for a spell. There's a bit of the bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there. Then watch. Just like that, the bastion comes alive.
Oh, I love this game.
Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
Nope.
Kid ponders what to build. The bastion's a place of peace. But we can hold our own if we have to. With the bow and repeater at the ready, Kid aims to keep a safe distance. Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands. The breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game.
I was one
See who could bust the most targets and the fewest shots.
point off to get all of these.
He's focused. He's armed. And he's off.
And it pissed me off.
Perfect shot just happens in a flash.
Let's do that again, shall we?
Kid ain't had enough in the breakers' barracks.
Good, good. My timing's so off. Ah, ouch. You need to do that, me, DJ. You need to do that.
Puts on the right solid performance.
Of course. How much for this? Jesus. 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. I'm doing it all by sound because we can't do flash. Oh, shit. Tomorrow, again, will be a Stardew. And then the rest of the days will be me fixing my Joy-Con. Oh, you shit. I meant to. Yeah, that doesn't work on this game. There's no leveling up in this game as well. Oh, I'm meta. I see. Let me speak again. Meta. In Everland 2, I did fucked up. In Everland 2, I royally fucked up. In one place, there's a area that I can't go back to. I have to start the game again. It's 2. It's so bad. And Arena, I did it, well, somewhat. I don't know how many times I just mute myself. Mute this. I don't know how long I had to do that arena because I found out because it opened in 10. And I had to use cheat engine to do it because it's bullshit. That was right after, that was right before knowing the incident. Oh, you shitbag. Until I realised I missed a whole bunch of stuff. Are you? Mm. Oh, I don't know why I'm doing this again. I got this in my original play before I was streaming. A complete hard mode. God. Babies are going to get killed the same way in Castlevania. Jesus, my went quite. My timing's so off. I remember being good at this. Oh, well. Don't look at chat, DJ. Well, I was saying that, look at chat. Oh, you. Fuck it, I'll go back to this later on. Saying this, still doing it again. What? Oh, nope. I am doing this later on. It is too late to page.
He returns with some of the materials we need.
Why don't you
Now he
just
lands
click
at the intersection
ahead?
between bad and wrong.
Don't know what that reference of, so.
Ought to be
idea.
a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time.
Oh, yeah, got no hammer. Ah.
Keeps telling himself he better watch his step.
Oh, now that small thing.
digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw. They say even the most rambunctious
My favorite
swords
one.
can be tamed.
My favorite ability. I will use this
No sign of the core here.
all the way through the game
Kid got something for his trouble.
until I'm forced to get a new ability.
Squirts don't make the best of friends, but they can be useful at a pinch.
I
Them
complete.
squirts just don't know when to quit.
I complete the 100% of this. 100%. I complete the hard mode of this game to get the Portal 2 reference.
He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Somehow that old forge is still standing. Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his. With a good length of meat gut, that bow's like new again. Core ain't here neither, so he's gotta guess again. Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch. Never much cared for that big wide grin of his. He heads for the biggest dump in town. Scumbag, and some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash.
Bye.
And there he is. The oldest scumbag of them all. Gershel.
Hi, Gershel.
The calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. Shame old Gershel
Oh, bye,
can't
Gershel.
float like when he was a young fella. The rest of the path is gone for good, and his city crest won't bring it back. No core, no surprise. Likely gas fellas are hiding it from him.
I am somewhere lurking. Can still hear you. Just not seeing the gameplay. Definitely doing some chilling. Fine. Mid. Okay. After the stream of my own. Yeah, it's alright.
Up north is where the gas fella foreman
I'm
used
just
to
not
live,
talking a lot,
tending
but I love
to
this
his
game.
flock. Know why gas fellas all dress alike? Kids wondering the same thing. And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman is keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. And now there's a new marshal in town. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started. He comes back, just like I knew he would.
Ow.
The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be all right. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next.
Forge.
A bow and a machete, every bit as effective as the fancier stuff. A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here.
Fire damage. Only gone 1 o'clock already.
Picked up traces of
Jesus.
other cores while the kid was out. In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt.
Pop.
Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds.
Yep.
Blasted things hurt like a broken heart. If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down.
Ow.
Core's stuck inside one of those fancy cages. Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous. He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong?
Everything.
Quite a bit, as it turns out.
Yep.
The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in.
Ow.
Not every squirt's born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while.
Die please, die please, die.
Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers. Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard it pop that mean old foreman.
Hurry up.
At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30. 10. Squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. It ain't all bad, as the kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy.
There's music.
It's a troublesome scene, to be sure. 7. Give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done. He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge.
Yep. The music is definitely good.
I still remember the look on his face after that one.
I actually have nearly all the games meta. I'm just missing Hades. That so they say I'm saving up for a new PC, so I can't get to Hades.
Finished, but the new world's just getting started.
But I definitely have seen Hades. And
Makes
oh,
time to sample
lovely
spirits
pretty
from
game.
my personal supply. Fetching fizz is like a mouthful of nails, but the benefits are worth it.
Well, what I seen, recommended as fuck.
Turns out those old bones still have some
What
spark
Mount
in 'em.
said, recommend as fuck. And Mount doesn't like the type of games of what it does. And yet, they like it.
Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Zealandia. It was good living here for a while.
Yeah, why not? Ugh.
Windbag Ranch was built for gathering squirt extract in copious supply. Ain't nothing more healthful.
My microphones sound a bit different because my headphones Y jack broke meta, so I have to order a new one to fix it. My Y jack for my headphones and microphone.
Some folks showed up to make a fast buck. Slippery little devils.
Oh, I remember why I hate this one. Yeah, I'm leaving this. Or restarting this.
Always time for juice and squirts, they used to say. At least the little fellas can't feel the pain. Some squirts tried to flee on instinct. Best to put them away first before they rile up the others.
How the fuck?
Kid cuts all of them down soon enough.
Oh. I remember why I hated I'm not doing 90 seconds of that crap.
Kid comes back from Windbag Ranch, smelling good and ripe. Couples used to walk the sundown path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though.
I am.
But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt can bring the whole place down. Stray valuables are lying everywhere. Kid thinks twice about losing time.
Ah!
Well, the path ain't exactly visitors no more. Security's on fire. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such. Sky and bridges link the path together. One of them bridges whips the kid along. Air travel always was an iffy proposition.
Well, I missed that.
But Calamity changed everything. When we blew. Well, if we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. Who else could have taken the core? Well, ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back. No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. These wires to toss those things plenty far away. Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake them up. In all his toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the
Surviving the
calamity?
calamity.
So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us. Come on, give the little tiger a break. The dead
As
welcome
I
him with
already
open arms.
just speaking, nearly 100 complete this game. Let's see how far I was in. Let's move this over here. Steam. Library. Games. BA. Bastion. Status. My achievements. Global achievements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 achievements left. And a total 1,000 something points in school. That's easy. Not really. Complete a entire trip to know where to go. Eh?
The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it
We
plain.
need to Google some of those.
Faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this. These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. He was someone like him.
Hello, sir.
Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh.
Get on.
It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it. They never saw what it was like beyond the wall. Nordy, the bird boy, didn't make it. The Jawsons, they didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived. Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here. Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? Kid does what he has to do. And then... what do you say to a man who's seen too much?
How are you doing?
Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go.
Please.
Please. He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zolf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Celandia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. both to him and to each other
Woo.
for the first time.
I just realised I need to do a lot of Googling after I completed Everland 2. Just to complete this game. Hey.
The cores, they remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. He was born in the Tazzle terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since.
As much as I like music, I can't hear shit.
For Zolf, Caelondia was like his second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east. We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now.
Hopefully that fixes the music issue.
Well, look what we have here. The lost and found. Here, Kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again. All it takes is some fragments, and the bastion makes it good as new.
Itchy
We
ear.
all lost loved ones in the calamity, he says. I don't know how I'm gonna go on without mine. Zolf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says. I tried to let the kid down gently. This is the bastion, all right. Except no one else showed up. We could always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we built. We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
Oh, I want to change my weapons.
Kid's ready to slice him up and pound him to bits if they get in his way. No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either. Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now, and the Orchard Core is long gone too.
I
Pith
think
stood for something once.
one of
Something
them
real.
is called Pathway
In
thingy, I
time,
think.
though, the bull stopped being a
On
symbol
Earth.
and started being decoration.
Mid-royalty. Complete each trip to know who knows where. I think that means just complete the trip knowing where to go. Some of these achievements I do just need to Google.
He couldn't even save his loyal subjects.
But that makes no sense because I do know where to go. I did it.
Pith makes a decent scarecrow at least.
An enemy.
Then Pith lights up like a rodeo. Kid breaks him to bits. Must have been guarding that shrine. So what'll it be? Invoke the gods? Or tell
Yes,
them off?
Piss more.
Kid decides to press his luck. Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore.
Right, let's go through. When I do it myself, I will complete this game. Because it makes me very annoyed that I haven't.
Kid ain't never seen windbags that quick. Maybe old Pith put a scare in him. Passes Pith's trial, and he's richer for it.
No. For fuck's sake. Shit.
Kid ain't found the core,
Oops.
but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine. Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind.
I don't know. Alexa. Yeah, she's nice. Yeah, it's annoying. Back. Wait.
There's only one way to Cinderbrick Fort. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags. The calamity was mercy, normal folks. Well, windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort.
And
Good thing the windbags don't know kids fresh out of health tonics.
blunderbuss.
Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want is a warm place to stay and a decent meal. The calamity drove the windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort. Could have been minding the business underground like in the old days. Windbags can't use the marshal's supplies, but the kids sure can. As for the windbags, Cinder Brick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while, but the fort ain't theirs by right. So many of those sorry things holed up inside that old fort. Kid's got a squirt lure at the ready in case things turn sour. Security is plain gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works.
This music. Oh, I did level up. Wait, you can level up?
Kid ain't afraid of getting burned.
All this time I'm playing this game, I never know I can level up. Or I haven't
Trap is hid
concentrated.
in the middle of the fort's parade grounds.
One of them.
Then they bring out Glutus and Landon and all their scumbag uncles. They got something to gain, only their sorry hides to lose.
Hi.
The uncles go out with a whimper. The windbags finally get the message. The Skyway's a welcome sight after all that. Kid used to dream of getting
Ah.
Marshall's badge, but not like this. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinder Brick Fort.
Yay.
Kid shows up just as Zulf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was his smoking pipe.
I'm not doing those.
The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity. Zolf brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals.
I'm not clicking it. Fuck off.
Zolf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this. Behold, the Pantheon. Even since the Ura surrendered to us, the Marshals kept a wary eye on him. Can't be too careful these days. Stay absinthe is like drinking a cool breeze. Just don't go spitting needles everywhere. The repeater and machete, favorite choices of the Ura hunters we once fought.
On his shield. Now, back.
The accused always got a fair shake in Ceylondia. Some used to take the bullhead trial.
Just
Survive
money.
the trial without taking a scratch, you'd walk away a free man.
Ah, shit. I'm hot. Yeah, come on, you're damaging yourself. Come on. My favorite music.
The bullhead trial taught folks three things. First, a good defense is a good offense. Second, you gotta always watch your back. Third, ain't no godlike bull up there gonna save you.
Fuck you. F.
The smarter ones knew when to just step aside and let things go.
Hi.
The kid pulls through in fine form.
It's not that bad. 3 then, or less.
Well, the kid always wanted to compete in the bullhead trial. The Langston River flowed free and wild till the calamity drank it all up. Maybe all that water just grew wings and moved along. Riverbanks swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat. Weepin' Nellie. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. A security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. Try to cut her off.
It isn't a no joking thing, because just how much I like the game.
They try to knock her out. Well, Weepin' Nellie tries harder. Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors. She picked a good spot for a break, 'cause the core's right there. Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. They had their own eyes on the core. But why? Well, kid ain't got time to think it over just yet. Finds Weepin' Nellie. Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the waters get rough. She's gonna need a little help with all them beggars. Crafty things think they're king of abuse now. The rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these.
More left.
Security skiffs keep on coming starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something.
An asshole mode. Then it's gone.
kid boards one of them skiffs like some kind of Ceylondian privateer. They aim to smash Whippet Nelly to splinters. Well, it all proves too much for poor Nelly.
Uh-oh. Go, go, go.
She's just gotta make one last stop.
Whee!
With her last breath, Nelly gets the kid to solid ground. Solid ground in Pecker country. They want that core real bad.
Fuck off.
Might be they want it just as bad as a kid. Kid shoos them off, knowing they'll be back. Know how many times Kid nearly fell off the barge back there? 4 times. Now, listen close. You should remember this next part.
Oh, we're in these
Why go
parts.
to Prosper Bluff? Used to take an enterprising man or plain old fool to venture out that far.
We go.
The city was the most beautiful place in the world. We all knew that.
Up to here. Read the subtitles.
But on the other hand, some folks just yearn to see the things they're told they can't.
Actually, what?
And that's why you go to Prosper Bluff, ain't it? There the kid hears something he ain't heard in a long while.
It is for the one. My actual favorite music.
How's it go again?
Do 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 do.
Yeah, that's the one.
One day that wall is gonna fall. Gonna build that city on a hill.
Bambi for too long. Ah! Build that wall up to the sky. Eh? Ah.
Well, no point explaining what happens next, right? Suffice it to say, kid ain't coming home empty-handed. And besides, it's like the song goes.
For too long. Come build that wall up to the sky. Come build that
Yeah, it's my favourite
wall
music.
up to the sky.
Wait, now the voice. Ah, okay. I can actually keep the music.
Come
Build that wall up till
it's
it's
done.
gone. Done?
They'll be here before too long. We darn near celebrated when the kid got back, didn't we? Zolf never thought he'd see a fellow Ura again. We become fast friends. Calamity has that effect on people. But there was more to be done. There was one last core to find.
Oh, I do need to go to foot.
A scientific journal written in Zolf's native tongue. He learned so much from it. Too much. If only I'd known half the secrets of the Calamity were tucked away in that book, I'd have worked to translate it right away. Most of the Ura never got a taste of Ceylondia's fine goods, unless they were born and raised in the city like Zia here. Sure, the world's all gone to pieces farther than the eye can see, but leave it to this gal to point out the amazing view. Girl tried to run away from home one time, but the marshals stopped that, didn't they? So many secrets in there and she can't even read it. Her father's own journal. Kid ain't finished here yet.
Oh, go about that.
Kid's surprised when I tell him there's only one core left. I shouldn't have believed it either.
Right, I'm nearly finished already. Oh no, I'm not.
We tracked the final core beyond the city. to the
No,
wilds.
I'm not nearly finished. I still have those to do.
The wild unknown. Place can eat a man alive. Place is so
Don't.
raw, even the Calamity couldn't cook it. Not all of it.
Not much. Not Wednesday. Friday, I think.
Know what's better than having a slinger pistol in a fight? Having two. Kid's faster than a slinger with those guns. Good thing pin cushions can't see where they're shooting. got the core, like they're building a bastion of their own. The welcoming committee scrambles to attention. Didn't expect the kid so soon. By now, kids got more needles in them than stab weed. They shouldn't have let their guard down. Getting that core was one thing.
Getting out
was
of
gonna be
here.
another.
Another.
He digs his way out of the clearing, but the wilds won't let him go without a fight.
Dum 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 dum. Dum dum dum. This way.
Wallflowers survived the calamity. It toughened them up.
See you. I see you.
Best take it real slow when pincushions are afoot. Slinger Johnson's old outpost is all that's left of him. A handful of windbag shipments made it out this far. Kid's seen the last of them. Don't ever turn your back on a pincushion. Kid's roused up half the wilds by now. Then Kid gets the feeling he's being watched. Not by me, by a lunkhead. And lunkheads ain't fond of two-legged animals. Leave it to the kid to make time for stomping swamp weeds. Ow gives a wallflower a taste of its own medicine. He's anxious to get back. After all, he's got the final core. His journey's over, right?
Nope.
Well, no, it ain't. Not by a long shot. Kid knows something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome. See, Zolf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone. Zolf cursed the city, cursed the bastion, cursed me, said he was going home. When Zolf got through reading that journal, he just snapped, started smashing up the monument till I tried to stop him.
By the time of this, I don't know if I'll be completing this
Zolf banged
in
up
one
his
stream.
mind pretty bad. But there's a way to put her back together.
Or 2
The
streams.
shards. We're gonna need all of them to nurse the bastion back to health. Takes a lot of moving pieces to make a dependable sidearm. War machetes are so quick, you gotta keep a good grip on them. Want to stay alive in the wilds, pack a pair of pistols and a good blade. The city brought the shards to the wilds. Now the kid's gonna bring them back.
Let's see.
After
I-
Zolf's little episode, kid sets off in search of shards. First stop, Jawson Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back.
I already know who to raid when I'm finished. They are doing a big stream. So, I don't know. I'm waiting to see, but I will set it up. Oh, yeah.
Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do? Zolf put us in a real bind. Hurt the bastion bad. But the shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the core's medicine. Shame the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wilds. This place is intoxicating. Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know.
Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. I know I build a wall.
Wherever he is. It's somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go.
Ignore me, I'm hungry. Food.
There's no way out. The dead welcome him with open arms.
Yep. So I'll probably let him keep his skin.
Kid pops him good. Kid can't fall, no matter how hard he tries.
No, but I can die.
Don't might be gone for good for all I know. Wherever he is, it's somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go. The dead welcome him with open arms. Kid pops him good. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella. What do you say to a kid who's seen too much? I'm Zolf of Ura. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Now the kid sees something stranger still. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds peckers, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, vine apples, swamp weeds, ankle gators. Now the bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. He has the nerve to flash the shield he stole. He's a petty thief. The security's just an empty street. Kid succeeds where the calamity failed. Would you look at what he did to poor old Ronnie the bartender?
Oh,
Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. It's so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world's alright, snoozing there on a rock in the sky. He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of Piff, the bull.
so cuddly.
Gods, they're all undone. He sees what's left of his lifelong friend.
Deciding to eat more food. I have a flutter.
His friend, he's come undone too.
Oh, I'm sleeping there.
He sees
What's left undone.
Thought we'd lost him, but he finally comes to. The shard ain't lost either. Not anymore. Now to find a ticket out of this hole. Disgusting things. Ever heard of the lung blossom?
Yes.
It's bigger than the stories say. The breath on that thing, like a scumbag sprung a leak. They say one whiff of lung blossom can make you lose your mind. Well, a kid prunes it down to size somehow.
Damn right.
Mother only knows what happened in the bog. Kid never much cared to speak of it. A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers. That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place. The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places. Finders keepers.
Oh, no.
The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys. Put their faces on our walls. The memorial. Here a kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind. The valediction. Just another one of my sketches. Nothing more. The Gravers. The arm of justice. They seemed unstoppable. Words can't express what happened, but they're all I got. Hensa. A Kobe. Piv. The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan. Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here.
I've got another weapon.
All kinds of beasts what don't know up from down, still lurking about. Only the city's brushers knew their way around the lagoon. Even the brushers learned to fear this place. They used to think that ankle gators were extinct.
But obviously not.
Well, they ain't. One of them's been living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne. The lagoon's got plenty of other dangers, of course. Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things. Know what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath? The stinkweed.
My face.
Can't fight Queen Anne without the proper tools. The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same. Sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit.
Ow, ow.
Those pincushions been living off the ankle gator scraps. Queen Anne can't fit down some of these narrow paths. Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. One bad step in that tall grass and he's Queen Anne's lunch. He holds his ground. Seems the queen's running out of options.
Bring it.
The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it. That old gator's right on his tail. Bad
I'm not on.
idea to walk in gator grass.
Wasn't in the grass. Nah.
Queenie must have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding. Seems even stinkweeds know to stay away from the queen.
Okay.
Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around. Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair? You use a kid as bait. Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go. The shard's sitting in plain view.
Love how it's.
They say if you run across an ankle gator, you better keep running.
I love how the eyes put tears. Cart
She's starting to get annoyed.
cartoon style.
And now he's made her mad. Rest in peace, Queen Anne. That was for the brushers. Kids done what needed to be done. Queen Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel. All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth
Worth
it.
it.
That gator's a crazy gal. But so is the gal who promised to look after her. Still no mail. Go figure. They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't.
Damn right.
Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city. To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. Normally, I wouldn't care to see a kid with a pike and machete in either hand.
This one.
Party punch is so zesty, it'll let you carry on through the worst of times. The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds. Know how Caelondia became the richest city in the world?
Two words.
Point Lemaine. If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
Now it is. Oh. Oh.
Kid might as well pick up where they left off.
Rifle.
Blam. Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check. Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done.
Ah!
Whole place shudders in a fit. The
Oh yeah,
grand
one of
rail
these.
Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks.
Bum bum bum.
Grand rails all grown over with things Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf.
Ah!
The kid lets a few of them slip by. The lunkheads settled in like they own the place. Not much wiggle room up there near the rail.
Bum bum dun 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 dun.
Takes fancy footwork on the rail, but with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere.
Bum 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 bum.
Of course, the Grand Rails seen much more fighting in bygone times. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Celandian War.
I actually don't like this gun. Oh. I feel so dead. Why, Meta?
It was right here that Zolf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up.
Tired. Tired to sleep. But couldn't. And have to sleep like 4 hours yesterday. At least it's not 2 hours. Or no sleep. Will you stop? Why are you floating to me? Why are you floating to me? How are you managed to float?
Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad.
Yeah.
The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs.
Ah.
Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath?
Nope.
I'm choking on swamp weed. While Pecker's trying to prick you in the eye. Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun.
Ooh. Okay.
But then at last, it's the end of the line. He'll be picking swamp weed out of those boots for days. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you. At first, he thinks it's Zulf.
Nope. It's you.
This is for you, says the man.
Punch it.
Wham.
Ugh.
When the kid comes to, the man's long gone, but something else is there. The only words the kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia.
Oh, hang on. Ugh.
Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note. That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it?
I hope.
Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what
Well,
exactly
there's my
Zulf
cogs
told
back.
him. It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place.
Ugh. Okay.
Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get. The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the Calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf.
Ugh. Ugh.
The arsenal's complete in case we need protection.
I'm gonna get a bit of extreme left. My corpse are getting bad again. Ugh.
It wasn't fixed, it was unbroken.
Oh, fuck me.
Javel. Points just don't get any sharper than that. The shards are getting harder to find.
Oh, I want to turn my fan on a bit.
Not everything blew up in the Calamity. Why, Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron.
Fire!
The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
Ow.
Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here.
And it's doing again.
But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. Taste the air so hot it sticks to your lungs. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. Place as inhospitable as they come. But still we pressed on. After all, when we looked down inside Colford Cauldron, looked down through all the smoke and flames, saw in there the heart of the world. The heart now laid bare by the calamity. We
Right.
had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Johnson Bog. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Pops open on him like a pimple on a school day. Where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city, but all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it.
Blue.
He comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again.
What is it? 22.
Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends. Think the gods are gonna help? Messia,
I miss you.
Garmouth. Stick 'em and cook 'em, or the other way around.
It's all the way
Makes
around.
no difference. We spotted a beggar carrying a shard to Mount Zan. Can't rightly call Mount Zan a mountain anymore.
Ow.
There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. So they figure they'll hold out right here, on a slab of mountain the Calamity forgot. We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard. The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own. Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean. Besides, we have to take back what's ours. What the city left behind, those beasts took for themselves. Takes a lot of convincing, and our mortars have to do the talking. Look at it this way. It's either them
Or
or
us.
us. But if we win, they win too. Our bastion is everybody's game, not just ours.
Nope.
Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place. They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have. Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have. We just really need their shard.
Okay.
He got it fair and square. He don't need to keep tangling with all those things. He's done what's best for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Because I'm going to do the
We'll all be better off once the bastion is
one of the
complete.
endings. But I actually do know.
The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though. Fixed that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier. Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective. Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve. Fallen malt is filled with crunchy.
Right, continue. I don't have time for a reason because
We'll all be better off once the bastion is complete.
I
The
stopped streaming
monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though.
at 4 p.m.
Fixed that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier. Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective. The bastion ain't gonna build itself. Well, not entirely.
Hmm?
The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over.
One more left.
Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right? Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Caelondia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes a burstone quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, Rattletails. Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nesting in those rocks.
Need to plug this back in.
But there was even more to it than that. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things. They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in. No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them. Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities. Even stink eyes started taking root here.
Fuck off.
Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot. Might be the gods told them the quarry's bad news. On top of that, you know the Ura hated anything above ground. Might be the quarry just got too much sunshine for their liking. In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen, the largest ones, you know as cores. A single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district. The smaller ones, we call them shards. The shards got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland. Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry?
Hello,
That
big boy.
honor goes to a beast we took to Colin. Sir Lunky. Massive thing stomped
The
any
monkey.
boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Burstone Quarry is Sir
Bye.
Lunky's head. You never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone. Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall. "Are you all right?" it says. It's him. "I've come to warn you," he says. "The bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back." Kid hears it, but he ain't about to be deterred. "If that's the way it is," he says, "then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will." Say what you will about Zulf, but he's a man of his word. His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though.
Fuck you.
No way out of this. Not without a fight. Zulf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge. They got inside the bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back. I should have told him sooner about all this. Unfortunately, they broke in and they started digging their holes. Something wrong sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away at this place. We tried to stop them, but we needed help.
And 3.
Somehow, some way, he sends those Ura packing. Problem is, it didn't matter. Zulf's plan worked. We find each other as the dust settles.
No.
Then I tell him why the Ura came. To get us back. For the calamity. It was Ceylandia's master plan.
They came alright.
Out. But part of that
I am
plan
such a
backfired,
child.
didn't it? If only Zulf knew the whole story. The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve. Fallen malt is filled with crunchy minerals that'll keep you safe out on them rocks. I've asked a lot of the kid, but this is something he's done on his own.
I am such a child.
One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand. wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out. We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me. We sought solutions far beyond the city. Traveled near as far as the kid's going right now.
This way. No, this way.
Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit. Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people. Can't turn back now.
Yeah, shush.
It came from an Ura, a brilliant young scientist. Then worked for the Mancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer.
See you.
With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals
me.
will be gone. This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort.
Oh, but
Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own. He sabotaged the Mancer's little science project, set it to blow up in their faces. Imagine how Ven must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger.
staying quiet because I like this tell.
But remember, the bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard. Hey. Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front.
Oh, come on, shit.
For now, Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off. First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing. See ya.
Yep.
The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move, but we knew ours already. A solid frame can put an extra sting in every slice. There's something we had to do before going after that last shard. Well, now it's personal, ain't it?
Me.
It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. They never saw him coming. He gets his hands on the care package I sent him. It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time.
Oh.
Ura found a way to keep the calamity from spreading through Sultan's Hollow. It's
Ah!
time to get
I'm
reckless.
always doing this.
Still, they ain't used to having visitors around. Break enough of those things and the Calamity Rocks slink back into the ground. They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now. They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid. Those rodents are just a bump in the road. By now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. They're easy targets. Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow.
Ugh.
The Ura keep hanging on to their barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther. Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening.
Ow. Okay.
Maybe they know they've lost this. Lost to a kid. They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong. Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it. That makes us different from our people now, don't it? Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over.
No, it
Those
isn't.
old Zolf should have got to know us better. As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns.
Ugh.
There's nothing standing in his way no more. He sees the Tazzle terminals loom large on the horizon, way out there on the edge of the world. That's where he finally finds you.
No.
But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for the scout to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped.
Just realised I got one more mission left,
You
and
just
it's
had to
nearly
see
4
what
o'clock.
happened to the Ura. To your own people.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's just finish the game.
You had to see.
I
if
literally
everything
just
Zolf
have one
wrote to
more
you
left.
was True. They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back. I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember?
No. Fuck you. You'll remember.
Live wine so rich, they say it's brought men back from the brink for one last taste. The country, she's all to pieces now, but still looking good. The conscience, we haven't lost everything, long as we have that. Once the kid gets that last shard from
Let's
Zolf,
go.
it'll all be over.
Let's complete one sitting, because I already completed this game like 6 times.
I can't hear him at all anymore.
Good.
He's too far away,
Good.
but he'll be all right. The calamity hit the Tazzle terminals hardest of all. You know why Zolf went back there. All his old friends and family were there. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting. You know what's funny? Well, Zolf's waiting. We're waiting. All of us are waiting for a kid. Look around. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right?
Fuck off. Oh wait, they're not.
But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand.
Oh yeah. He's speaking to her.
When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete.
Yep.
What happens to Zolf won't matter. This disease the Earth planted here will go away. Celandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Problem is,
Aye.
we'll all be gone. Oh, we're not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop.
Got that music. Dun, 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 dun.
Things will go back to the way they used to be. That's the power of the Bastion. This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity. The way things were before this story.
Oh,
You be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way. All of life's little setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at them.
oh shit. Just realised.
No mistakes. Anyone you've ever heard. Everything you've ever done, you could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree?
No. What? How did you poison me? Oh, you haven't.
Well,
Oh, you have now.
I guess there's nothing more to say.
Hmm. Stream. Whoops. Stream. Elements. Just making sure on something. Fuck you.
Who am I kidding? Look. There's something else. A confession. You follow me?
You want? Meta, if you ever make a clip, DM it to me. Because I don't know if I have spam thingy on or off. Yes, I got it, thank you. Nope, I got it off. If you ever make a clip of my Twitch, yo. Shush, shush, you. Ow. My ear.
How come I know so much about the bastion?
I'm saying this because, just in case.
Well, I designed the place. But
Fuck
that's
you.
beside the point.
Ah, I jumped, you shit.
There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it.
You're being generous, game.
So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the bastion does its thing? The answer is,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Told you.
You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's alright. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us. Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around.
Let's get one of these powerful weapons, shall we?
The weight of the calamity. It's on our shoulders. We can't just let it go. Bastion does have another function, strictly speaking.
Oh wait, where am I going?
If ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores and we'd take off away from here. That way, all of us could leave the city
Once again.
together.
Ugh.
You know Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you? Zolf and the Ura, all they want now is to see the Bastion fall.
Imagine thinking I'm the god in this
Dedicated
game.
his life to last in peace
Because how
between
much
Ura
shit
and Zealandia.
I can just hit. Back.
He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency, though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid.
Yeah, you shit.
For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter.
But it is.
It ain't a simple matter of pride either. It's such a shame. It's a man's life.
Right.
One thing's for sure. The Ura
This
can't be
bit.
happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
Ugh. I always actually like this ending more than this kind of thing, because on this one I feel guilty. I feel massively guilty because he wanted to help, but he got betrayed by his own people.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the bastion's restored, it'll all be alright.
And also this whole.
You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
There's a big chance I will just die because I already took my life up on the other one. I'm going to be shush now.
Are making way for me. I'm coming home, sweet home. I see your star, you left it burning for me. Mother, I'm here.
That she actually attacks. She usually gets hit. Hits her and then she dies. That's rare.
Kid's probably dealt with Zolf by now. He reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about
Oh,
those
he will
days?
care when the ending I pick. Meta. Ugh,
Hey, kid.
piss off.
Get up, kid.
No, let me sleep.
Come on, that ain't funny.
Oh, it's my mic
I say
doing.
get up.
I said he will care when I pick one of the endings.
That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The bastion. It's finally finished. Now,
Care.
there's something
That's
want
what
you to
I said.
see.
Will care. Yeah, I have other headphones with me to listen to my own stream.
Welcome to the heart of the bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors.
There's two.
We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any
I already
questions.
complete this game so many times. I actually don't like. Well, you will
Hey,
see.
kid. You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you. Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore. Zolf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him. You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it.
You made it.
Oh god, I forgot she speaks.
So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes. If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world. Zulf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed. When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up.
Okay. I don't like this ending. I personally like this ending more than this one. This one makes sense for New Game Plus, but this one I just like.
Oh, mother. And here I figured you'd had enough of me by now.
Nope.
You could have undone the calamity itself. But instead you want to stay in a world like this. I gotta admit, kid, I ain't yet put much thought in that idea. But carrying on with you here, we can't go back no more. But I suppose we could go wherever we please. And if anyone's left out there, I sure would like to see the look on their faces when we dock this thing right on that doorstep. Getting ahead of myself, though. I'm gonna need a first mate. What do you say?
Fuck yes. Oh, do I smell it fake me? Back to my home, sweet home. Do 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 do. Home, sweet home. I'm here. Oh, good lord, the song's making me sing. There's the thing. Supergiant's songs makes people sing. There you go. He cares. Do. Fuck, what else am I gonna put on my list? Well, time to look at my schedule. And what else I should put on. It can be for too long. Thank you. Discord, my games. I got one. Rose of Twilight. Okay, skip. Yes.